I provide the best real estate wisdom on the planet, and everybody in your field, I'm sure you provide the best, but we have to get people in the right mindset, right? So how do you do that? So here's what I know. I went back and I've been looking because I'm launching a campaign here. And I went back and Time magazine covers in the 50s were for the most part positive. And as it evolved, by the 80s, it was about 3/4. By the 90s, about 98% of every Time magazine was negative, right? Peter brought it up. Ned brought it up. Turn on the news. We used to have 3 channels when I was a kid. Now there's 30 channels giving you negative news. And it's a lot bigger hook. I mean, Joe and I were in Larry King's office, and he was just telling us how the day before he had the Nobel Peace Prize winner, and his ratings were in the toilet. The day prior to that, he had Anna Nicole Smith on when she was a train wreck, and it was his highest rating possible. And he said, this is what I got to do, and I hate it. So when you think about that, not only is the negative news coming at us faster, quicker than ever, it's what we were brought up on. So I'm trying to find a way where you could tell somebody, you're not successful because it's your freaking fault, but you can't. So what I came up with is a villain. And what I shared in my marketing is, if you think about it this way, the world, the pounding from the media, the negative people in your life, teachers telling you to work on your weaknesses rather than expand your greatness, telling you not to paint outside the lines, that you should live inside the box, that you should conform, that you should go to college, get a good job, and hope to be like everybody else, save enough money so you can be okay. When enough of that hits you, you lose your childlike enthusiasm, the one that you thought when you were a kid you could do anything possible, that nothing can stop you, the one where you just thought whatever you wanted you could do. All of that slowly gets chipped away, and you don't even see it coming.
Today, what I want to go over with you is what we call our 10 laws of creating equity value in businesses. How many people here know what equity value is? Or raise your hand if you know what equity value in businesses are. Anyone want to blurt it out? Equity value in businesses? Joe? The net worth of a business.
Would somebody write you a check for?
Would someone write you a check for? Anybody else?
The value in addition to the cash invested.
Perfect. So it really comes down to the value of your business. Now, there's a lot of discussions today about products and selling sponsorships. And one of the things that I've always been struck by when I come to Joe's events is that I could not for the life of me figure out how to sell something for $97 or $197 or $997, but I can sell multi-million-dollar packages and programs. And so I've raised over $100 million over the last 15 years for companies I've been involved with. And about 10 years ago, when I sold Webstakes, I was in Dan Sullivan's Strategic Coach program, and he gave us an exercise called the results multiplier. And the results multiplier was really to look backwards and look at the things that gave you the most productivity and leverage. And it really struck me as an interesting question because I just sold my company and I had now 8 years of thinking to bring together and mold together into almost a law set that we now call the 10 laws of creating equity values.
When you have the idea-euphoric minds that you all do, the big decision you have to make every minute, every day is where to focus your mind. And if you're not careful, what I think of is a tin can surrounded by 1,000 magnets. And your brain is like the tin can. And you wake up in the morning and 1,000 magnets come on, and what does the tin can do? It just spins. 1,000 magnets. It's attracted to every single one of them simultaneously. And you can spend a day, a week, a career spinning if you're not careful. So the skill now that we need to learn, that really technology has brought us this opportunity. The great thing about modern life is you can do so much. The curse of modern life is you can do so much. So what you have to do is get really tough with yourself and prioritize. Decide, where do I want to focus? What do I want to put my precious mental energy into? And I'm not here to tell you where you should focus, but I am here to tell you it's one of the most important decisions you can ever make. And you know, you say, okay, I'll focus on my business. Well, what part of your business? And where do you want to put your energy? And what do you need to delegate? The magical letters CDE: curtail, delegate, eliminate. What can I curtail? What can I delegate? What can I eliminate? So that I will have sufficient focus to achieve my goals. You see, it's not infinite. Every day, it gets depleted, really in cycles throughout the day. You cannot maintain a single level of focus throughout the day. And so one of the great skills for all of you to learn, for all of us to learn, is how to, first of all, choose what to focus on, and next, maintain focus, regulate focus, manage focus.